Damn, fool, what's wrong with you? Got this weird ass shit up on your wall. What do you mean, man? I just enjoyed the artwork. It's not about it being a scantily clad woman. It's just good artwork, man. I appreciate the artwork.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Hero Bishop. Today we're talking about Helsing Ultimate.
These action figures on my shelf, man, they drive the ladies crazy. Knuckle, I'm watching comic book movies, so they wanna have my baby. Knuckle.
Now, let me break this down real quick. You got Helsing, the original anime series, which, if we're going to compare the two, I think I like the animation a little bit better on the first series, with the exception of some of the cooler things they added in Helsing Ultimate, which came out later in the 2000s. And Helsing Ultimate, it's a little bit brighter, and it's kind of on par with the animation from the original series, but it's just a little bit more, high definition, a little bit better looking. But there is a few problems with the CGI animation in Helsing Ultimate that there wasn't with the original anime. Difference between those two is it follows the manga. The original anime follows the manga up to like the 4th or 5th episode or something like that, and then it ends with like this really weird kind of character ending, which if you didn't read the manga, you wouldn't give a shit and you would still think it was cool. But if you were a manga fan of Helsing, which to me is easily in my top 5 manga or even comic books of all time, a lot of people think Helsing is a real simple, basic story. It seems like it's cliche and tropes, Nazi vampires, but I think there's a lot more elements to it and lore to it, and I think it's badass. And the difference between that is Helsing Ultimate follows the manga completely till the end. Like, if you read the manga, it's about as close as the manga you can get to anything I've ever read. Like, I wish they fucking did comic book movies the way they did these animated anime series and movies and shit, dude. Like, it's so good. It's verbatim, or I don't know if verbatim's the word, but it's just like the manga. And it's super awesome because if you enjoyed the manga, Helsing Ultimate, watching those characters come to life, watching all the savage shit in the manga, happening on a screen, it's just badass. It rules. Only one problem I had with it was some of the CGI stuff, like some helicopters and shit like that looked kind of corny, but everything else was spot on and such badass. I have the dubbed version. The guy who does Helsing's voice was the same dude from the original, and I actually think it's the original cast from the dubbed version, or at least it sounds like it to me, and that really makes it badass. Is it better than the original anime series? Yeah, it is, because it follows the manga exactly, and it's the same cast doing the voices, and you can recognize the guy who does Helsing's voice from a mile away. It's just badass, dude. It rules. And Lady Integra's voice, Walter, everybody. And the dope thing about the Blu-ray is almost every disc has commentary, interviews, extra shit. So if you're a fan like me and you like to take a super deep dive into shit, this is definitely a badass Blu-ray collection, Helsing Ultimate, to have. Helsing family organization is what it sounds like. Everybody knows Helsing from Dracula, whatever. They're here to protect England, and his daughter, Integra Helsing, now leads it. She's a badass in her own right. Fucking sword fighter, gunplay. She's super legit. And Abraham Helsing beat Alucard, the most badass vampire of all time. He was Dracula. He was Vlad. He has all these different forms that he was. Alucard, young Alucard, Vlad the Impaler type, old school Dracula Alucard. He even pops up as a little girl with a fucking sword. Like, it's pretty dope. And but now he's young, present day Alucard. Super badass. I love the artwork in the manga. Like, it's just the coolest depiction of a vampire to me. I don't know, it's badass. But so Helsing beats Alucard back in the day, and so now he has complete control over him, has him locked down in the basement of his mansion, and when he dies, his daughter has control of her, and Helsing on his deathbed is like, if you ever are in a bind, you ever need anything, fucking wake Alucard up. So when Helsing dies, his brother wants to take over the family, goes to kill Helsing's daughter. She runs down to the basement. They're about to shoot her. The bullet barely grazes her. Some blood hits the floor. Alucard's corpse drinks that blood up, then goes savage on those fools. And then from that point on out, since she's now the leader of the Helsing family, she's in control of Alucard. He has to do her bidding, and basically he goes around killing anybody who threatens Mother England and the Protestant church. And it's badass, dude. You get to see him fight a bunch of vampires, Nazi vampires. The climax, I mean, there's all these subplots, like he turns this police girl into a vampire, and now she's in the Helsing organization. The butler of Integra in the Helsing organization is this guy, Walter, who is actually the angel of death, and he uses these fucking like piano wire things to slice people up and kill people. Him and Alucard fought the Nazis back in the day. There's another little subplot where the Catholic Church or whatever it is wants to kill them because they think they're sinners, and there's this whole battle between them. There's this one guy who fucking uses bayonets, who's like the Catholic Church's version of Alucard, and he's pretty badass. The fights between them are dope. There's a ton of minor and major characters that are just fucking like buck wild assassins, killers, monsters. And the climax of the whole movie is this little like fat wannabe Hitler dude and a bunch of vampire Nazis wanting to destroy England, the Catholic Church, the Protestants, everybody, and then eventually destroy Alucard. And I won't ruin the whole ending for you, but it's super savage, it's super badass, and to me it's one of the most engaging, awesome mangas and animes. And definitely watch the original Helsing anime series, but watch Helsing Ultimate first because it's badass. Or read the manga first. You know, it's like 3 deluxe editions from Dark Horse, super badass. And a lot of people think the anime is filled with tropes and it's not, it's superficial. But also, I think there's a little bit more to it. I think it's about service and serving others and serving people, and even though it doesn't seem like it, having some kind of beliefs that you stand for. What do I mean by that? The fucking Nazi guy, his beliefs are like, you know, Nazi beliefs, and he's willing to wait 10 years and try to fucking kill everybody to stand up for his shit. Obviously, there's the Protestant church and the Catholic church. They have their morals and their beliefs that are ingrained in them so strong they want to go to war with each other. And then you have Alucard, who obviously he could unleash his powers anytime he wants and kill everybody, but because he was beaten by Helsing and he has fucking a code of belief and morals and respect for being conquered in fucking combat by somebody and vowing, you know, to do what he's gonna do, he serves Integra in the Helsing organization, and he won't even unleash his powers to another level without her telling him. So probably sounds weird, maybe I'm reaching kind of far, but I think it's also about honor and service and, you know, just funny, badass, gore, fucking action, pimp shit I like. So Hollywood, MCU especially, DC, y'all motherfuckers need to look at Helsing Ultimate. That's how you make a comic book movie or an anime or whatever. Anyway, if y'all have watched that shit, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. It's your boy Hero Bishop. I'm gonna holler at you later. Peace.